Today I want to have an unfiltered discussion on AI. I'm prompted, no pun intended, to talk about this because of a prompt that I heard from Udio Beta by a composer named Timothy Shortell. He was testing out this new app, and the result of what he prompted is pretty insane. Check this out. So you might be hearing this and going, oh my God, why should I even become a composer? The state of the industry is screwed if we can get stuff like this with 1 to 2 sentence prompts. And your opinion would be shared by a lot of people. I have been seeing lots of doomsday posts in the last couple weeks about things like this. The good news is, I think that there's still a very strong case to be made that you can make a living as a composer in this industry without having to compete with things like AI. However, there will be some caveats attached to it. First of all, let's think of who's going to go for things like this. Is this going to be every single client who wants music? No, absolutely not. Is it going to be people who want music fast? Probably. Is it going to be people who want music cheap? Definitely. This is going to be a really strong contender for people who are looking for library music and looking for things that can be slotted into their projects as quickly and as cost effectively as possible. Now, if you're just getting started and you're doing a lot of indie work, you might be thinking, well, Zach, that's most of my clients. People who always constantly tell me, we're not working with a huge budget, we need this thing done really fast, we can't pay you, but we can give you industry credits. So aren't those people gonna go to AI? Maybe. The truth is, when people are coming to pay you for your music, it's not just your music that they're paying for. I want you to think about your favorite restaurant that you've ever gone to. Think about what that entire experience was like. Was it just the food that you loved? Or were there other components that made that experience so memorable and enjoyable and made you want to keep going back? My wife and I love going to this Italian restaurant in Pasadena called Gale's. We've been there over 15 times. We go there not just because of the food, but because when we go into that restaurant, they greet us kindly and warmly. The lighting is beautiful in there. There's vines up and down the walls. All of those things around the food are what build that great memorable experience that makes us want to keep coming back. In the same way, people who are paying a premium for music do not just expect or want good music. What they actually want is a great experience. Now, is AI, are robots and technology going to deliver that experience for that kind of person? Probably not. Will they in the future? Who knows? But is that really the point? Do we really want to think that far ahead and say, well, there's no point in pursuing anything because AI is just going to take it over? I don't think so. In fact, if you want to create a composing career, I think now is a great time to do it because this is your time to get in and build solid relationships with people that they keep coming back for you and not just for music or cheap music or fast music. So with that said, I want to give you some actionable strategies you can start using if you are interested in composing full-time. The first thing that I want you to start doing is start exercising your humanity. So many composers I know who want to do this for a living start by sending out default templates to directors and producers. When you're sending these default templates, you are losing your ability to have a human, real relationship with the person you're reaching out to. You're simply saying, I'm another composer, hire me, I write music. Focus on building the relationships before finding work. This is a huge one I talk about in the Composing Career Bootcamp. You have to build a relationship with people before they trust you, and you have to have them trust you before they'll pay you for your music. Now, the second thing I think you can start doing is start to explore and use your non-musical skills in this industry. What sort of things do you have skills in that you are not utilizing in your career? It doesn't even have to be musical skills. I was making YouTube videos long before I was getting paid to compose, but I didn't think that there was a one-to-one connection between those two things. In fact, I actually pushed those things away quite a bit in my career and said, serious composers don't make YouTube videos, therefore I shouldn't make YouTube videos, right? But it turns out I actually got a lot of work because I began to embrace those non-musical skills in my career. Now, I'm not saying go and start a YouTube channel. That might be something you can do, might be something else you want to do. The key is to figure out what makes you beyond just the music you write. Those are the things people will specifically come to you for, as opposed to some piece of technology. And the third thing, super important, if you take one lesson from this video, this is the one. Don't build a business around competing on price and speed. So many composers think, if I just charge less than that other person, then the client will work with me. If I'm just a little bit faster than that other person, then the client will work with me. Do you see why this is a problem? Eventually, AI will become the cheapest and the fastest option. That's not how we're going to build our businesses long term. Instead, we focus on the human relationship and also bring those skills and also write cool, interesting music. Now, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to try and be like the best composer, and I'm not saying that. I think that you can be a decent composer and still do this full time. There are many examples of that in the industry. But the point is that if you try and compete and undercut yourself on price and speed constantly, you will eventually be lost to technology. Technology will beat you in that department, so do not build your business around that. Now, if you are interested in pursuing a composing career and would like more tools like this, I've created the Composing Career Bootcamp just for you. The testimonials from previous students in this bootcamp, I think, speak for themselves. People have had a lot of success doing this program and really benefit long after the program has ended. If you're interested, click the link in the description to learn more, and I hope this video gives you a little bit of optimism about the industry. There are too many negative comments out there, and I want to offer a beacon of light to composers who are really serious about doing this for a living. Best of luck in your career, and talk soon.